Hi, I'm Theresa May with Heaven on Earth Healing. And for those of you who are just coming on and just meeting me for the first time, I've been providing holistic services for the last 22 years. I started doing these YouTube videos back on March 17th. That was my first attempt to reach out to the public during our coronavirus pandemic issues and the challenges that people have been facing, from unemployment to literally, getting sick and having to say goodbye to loved ones. My attempt was to provide inspiration and solace and peace during these stressful, anxiety-driven times. And today I'm reaching out to you again. And this time it's just completely exploded out of a total tragedy that happened just a few days ago, when another Black man from Minneapolis, from our state, was killed to police brutality. And so now, not only are we rightfully upset and wanting justice for this inequality, but we are also dealing with another issue that I think the community that wants justice did not expect this to happen. But riots are happening, and according to the governor and the police officers and the National Guard, 80% of these individuals that are coming into our neighborhoods and destroying ethnic businesses along with other businesses, but mostly ethnic businesses. And these are essential businesses that neighborhoods are relying on for food, for fuel, for their cars, for all of their essential needs. And the last 3 nights, we've had just a huge tragedy happen here in Minnesota. So I'm reaching out today because I feel, again, it's time for us to come together and offer solace and hope and light again. And originally, when I started doing my daily inspirations or morning messages and evening reflections, I was randomly picking a oracle card and reading it to you and offering some insights about what that card meant. And honestly, just a couple days ago, I really felt the need to reach out to another source, another oracle that to me has actually offered so much wisdom. That growing up in a dysfunctional family and not having a father figure really to guide me along my way, I feel like this oracle is like a set of fathers, or sages, if you will. That's what they call them. And it comes from the Asian philosophy, from the Tao Te Ching. But this is the book called the Book of Changes, or the I Ching. And I'm going to show you one of the translation books, and I'm going to read what the message was that I actually got a few days ago. So here's the book. It's written by Brian Browne Walker, the I Ching, and it's literally based on mathematical symbols of lines, broken lines and straight lines, that represent the different elements of nature. And inside of each of these patterns are specific messages, philosophical and spiritual guidance messages. So There's nothing evil about it for any of those of you who are coming from a Christian tradition. There's nothing evil about it. There's only good in this book. And so I really encourage you to open your hearts and open your minds and be open to messages that come from all over this beautiful planet of ours, Mother Earth, and all the different cultures that are all specifically called to their own path to source, to God, to Creator, to Great Spirit, or Allah, or whatever name you want to give that source that created everything here. And so, with that, I want to share with you this particular author created a app on your phone, and you can actually download this app and do the process. So it's completely random. So I want you to know that I did not pick this hand-picked message, but yet it completely pertains to what we're going through right now. And so that I am sharing this with you in hopes that you hear it with not just your mind, but also hear it with your heart. Okay? So here it goes. This is I just asked, what guidance do you have during this time of crisis that we're all in? And this is what came. The arousing shock. The shock of unsettling events brings fear and trembling. Move toward a higher truth and all will be well. The tendency of human beings is to rely on the strategies of the ego, desiring, plotting, and striving. When we exercise the ego, our spiritual development stops, and the universe must use shocking events to move us back onto the path. The appearance of this hexagram, Shin, indicates an immediate need for self-examination, self-correction, and a redevotion to following the path of the sage. In Chinese, the hexagram translates to mean thunder over thunder, a continuing series of shocks occurring until the obstruction in our attitude is removed. It is important not to react against these shocks. Instead, quiet and open your mind. Accept that what is happening has come to teach you a specific and necessary lesson. And look inside to see where you are resisting the will of the higher power. The sooner you return to innocence and acceptance, the sooner the shocks will subside. Those who maintain a reverence for proper principles and an inner commitment to higher things are unperturbed by shocking events. They simply concentrate on deepening their understanding. If you find yourself feeling threatened by circumstances, withdraw into stillness and meditation. The only remedy for doubt and fear is a reconnection with the higher truth. Shock is an important and beneficial teacher to those who follow the path of the sage. Make good use of this new beginning and good fortune results. The specific lines that were extra additional guidance were the third line and the fourth line. And they state this: do not let the shock of fate propel you into negative conduct. Steadfastly resist the temptation of the inferiors. Open your mind, and a way through will be shown. The fourth line. You are mired in resistance to events. Quiet your ego, accept the situation, and open your heart to learning what you need to learn. Now, additionally, when there's one hexagram, there's always a second hexagram that is additional guidance. And here's what this one states. This is the Ming-yi, hexagram 36. Darkening of the light. Darkness reigns in the external world now. Disengage from negative feelings and maintain your inner light. This is a time when darkness and inferior energies surround you. The image is that of the sun completely swallowed by the earth. The only light left is that inside your heart. And you are counseled to return to it, maintain it, and quietly nourish yourself with it. It is in the dark moments that a correct attitude is most important. If we fight against the darkness, we are swallowed by it and suffer great misfortune. If we react to the lack of visible progress with despair and negativity, we extinguish our own inner light and block the aid of the creative. If we try to persuade others that they must return to the light, we exhaust ourselves in vain now. In a time such as this, it is wise to adopt a stance of outer disengagement and inner perseverance. Do not focus on or interact with the negative influences around you. This only strengthens their grip on you. Step aside, yield, let go. Allow people and events to pass without attachment. Direct your attention inside to your inner light, your devotion to what is right, your conversation with the higher power. Progress may be slow, but there will indeed be progress. Remember that much of the work of the higher power is hidden from us, and that we enable and assist it by remaining detached, accepting, and reserved in the face of negative influences. So that's the end of those two very, very specific and very amazingly in line again with what we need to hear at this time. Now, I know the personal challenges about detaching and remaining calm and balanced. It's been almost nearly half of my day I'm calm, and the other half of my day I'm shaking and saddened and upset at the circumstances that we're faced with. And I'm also feeling worry and fear for my own family, and for my friends and family that are not biological. My brown and black brothers and sisters. I fear for their health and well-being and their safety. So, so it's challenging to stay in your own space and be grounded. Some of us may be called to demonstrate and walk along our brothers and sisters. And I encourage you to do that with wisdom. Do it with love. Don't do it out of anger. Be there with love if you need to be there at all. If you feel that you can sustain your light and contain it better by detaching from the demonstrations, but still sending love and doing other activities, maybe writing letters to the politicians and policymakers, the police department. I don't really know, but listen to your heart. Reach out to your brown and black brothers and sisters right now, and reach out to your neighbors and do your best to stay grounded in your own light. And these times are extremely challenging for that. So with that, we're all human. We're not perfect. And some people are slipping into destructive behaviors right now, while others are remaining firm to just wanting justice and fairness for what is right. All the while, we're still struggling with this pandemic as well. So so many things. I feel a couple days ago, I should mention this. A couple days ago, I had a vision during my meditation that Mother Mary was reaching her arms out wide and holding the planet and bringing it into her arms like a loving mother. Now, I'm no longer a practicing Catholic, but that vision was so strong and so clear. It really strongly hit me in my heart that there is a powerful spiritual force that is still with us and behind the scenes is making corrections along our path in humanity. So I know that it's really important for us to plug in, to tune into our own path of our spiritual path. Whether you're religious or not, you have your own human soul and your own human connection to your source, your creator. So I urge you now, if you have never practiced meditation, do it now. It's important. It's important that you listen to your higher wisdom, that you don't react out of our smaller self. And so with that, I'm here to support you all and do my part in whatever way that I can to help us all get through this, because we are meant to. And just like the meaning behind my business, that was, again, a vision that came to me. Heaven here on earth. And the work that we're here to do is healing. So if you can, support this business, my vocation, and support others that are doing light work, that are trying to correct things and are listening to their higher self and their higher guidance right now. So with that, I send you love. We'll talk to you soon.